Am I the asshole for telling my brother I will help him and his children but not his wife? My brother and I were adopted into the same family. He's white and I'm a dark-skinned black woman. Our parents were an interracial couple and our family had some unique challenges over the years, but our parents did their very best by us and tried their hardest to get us as much information as possible with our birth families. It was a little easier with mine because I was orphaned and I had 2 older living birth relatives who were just incapable of caring for me and needed care themselves. My brother had a very different story and he had no information at all. When he was 20, he met his wife. They married after 2 years of dating. She always gave me bad vibes. Around the time they got engaged, he told me she kept bringing up his birth family and how he should find them before the wedding. I had told him he didn't have to do anything, but he knew mom and dad would help him and he'd have my support. She went behind his back to find him via DNA and it was a shit show. But for some reason he forgave her and decided to meet the people, which she was thrilled about. It was around that time she told me to get lost because he had sisters who were actually related to him and not, you can guess, the slur who always made his life more difficult. She told me I was crazy if I thought I'd be in her wedding photos. She also said our parents should get used to having only one child. My brother had already started to pull away by then, and because I was hurt and angry, I never told him what went down between his now wife and I. I chose to not attend his wedding, and I know from our parents that the day was very messy. 6 years of no contact happened, and then he reached out and apologized for letting anything come between us. We have been back on speaking terms for over a year now. It took a while, but we are doing so much better. I always loved my brother but was hurt by the stuff that went down between us and me and his wife. A few days ago, my brother's family ended up in a shelter. He lost the job he had for many years and took a huge pay cut in the new one at the same time that his former landlord decided to illegally kick them out by changing the locks. My brother did contact a lawyer, but nothing is as fast as they show in TV and the movies, and they have no place to go. I live in the same city, which would allow him to keep what job he has now at least, and so he asked if they could stay. I said I would help him and the kids and they could stay. But his wife is not welcome in my home. He told me he would take that, which did surprise me some. His wife is pissed. She came after me about separating her children from her and how unhealthy it will be for them to see her in a shithole while they're safe and comfortable with me. She called me all kinds of names like petty and bitchy and an asshole. But it was the comment about the kids that got me questioning. Am I the asshole? Not the asshole at all. That woman is hideous, and I hope this is the first step in your brother divorcing her and taking full custody of the children. If you haven't already, it's time to explain to your brother what she said and why you refuse to let her into your life. Provide a safe and loving home for your brother and his kids. Be a model for a loving and secure family relationship. It may be the first time they see a woman give them consistent loving attention, because I doubt their mom is doing it. Not the asshole. You don't feel safe having a racist woman in your home. Therefore, she is not allowed in. Not the asshole. Her racist ass can stay in a shelter. Tell your brother what she said to you also. Not the asshole. She can expect you to help her after she treated you like garbage and outed herself as a racist. She brought this 100 upon herself, and she also sounds like a bad influence for the children. She is not you. Not the asshole. I wouldn't let her racist ass in my house either. This actually might be your brother's way out of the shit show. Not the asshole. Sounds like she's getting exactly what she deserves. Not the asshole. She literally called you a slur. She took your brother from you. She has done nothing but prove she wants nothing to do with you. Therefore, there's no place in your home for her. She can find a place to stay with the skin tone she clearly prefers. If she tries to pressure your brother into pressuring you to let her stay, you should tell him everything. Give the kids a good example of class and dignity. Racism is learned, not ingrained. So hopefully, she hasn't taught them anything nasty. Stand firm up. No, not the asshole, and don't let that racist, abusive B scream you into compliance. She brought it on herself by being an awful person, otherwise she would get a help as well. You aren't separate and NG her and her kids. Your brother accepted it, and even now she can't stop being awful. Did she do or say something that would give you the impression that she changed? She harassed you before the wedding to not have you in her photos. She got messy with the DNA to justify alienating his adopted family. And now she's back to harassing you to force you to let her stay in your house. What makes you think that if when she gets in your house that she won't become messy yet again? The children need a safe space more than they need a mother right about now. Not the asshole. A shithole is better than his wife deserves, and you would do well to tell him what went down between you two so that he understands what kind of person she really is. He left his wife at a shelter because he knows she's the root cause of his estrangement with you and the family. His marriage is in trouble, and it seems he may not care that it is. Definitely not the asshole. She showed you exactly who she is. Not the asshole. She has displayed her racism and general shitty behavior. Don't let her near your home, and remind her of why when hanging up the phone next time she calls. Not the asshole. Some people believe they're entitled to act however they please, and then they're surprised when they get what's deserved. Wanting to help your brother is a reflection of your genuine care, and you have every right to set your own terms. The children will be fine. Not the asshole. His children will learn a valuable lesson: be nice to people because you might need their help in future. You are absolutely not obliged to house your brother's wife who has treated you badly in the past. If he comes with his kids, that's great. Don't worry about her, she's none of your concern. Not the asshole. Please don't let her abusive name-callings waver your decision. Not the asshole. She doesn't get to try and push you out of your brother's life and then expect help. If she really cared about her kids, she would take the deal. Not the asshole. Did you tell your brother about the racist crap? Maybe he's trying to get away from her. Stay strong. Not the asshole. I would sit down and talk to your brother about what happened. However, I have a funny feeling that he knows she wronged you in a way. That's probably why he apologized for letting things come between you two. The fact that he accepted the no wife at your house with no opposition situation is very telling. I think it's time to have a heart-to-heart with him about this. Not the asshole. Not the asshole. Honestly, you're a saint to help your brother after he chose to be with someone like that. Not the asshole, and he agreed too. There is more going on, I am guessing. No way in heck would I let a woman in my home that called me a slur and still was a witch to me. Not the asshole. And the fact your brother agreed speaks volumes. There is more going on, and you'll possibly find out if your brother opens up to you. Not the asshole. Toxic or racist people need not be in your life, and especially not in your house. I applaud you for taking in your brother and his kids. Not even close to being Ta. You have offered a safe place for the children, which as a mother she should be thankful for. Not the asshole. I think you've been taking it easy on her. It's hard to believe you can be silent about things and he doesn't see what an awful person she is. Anyway, if I were him, I would want to know everything. Always glad to cut racists out. They are usually horrible people in other ways, so being racist just makes it easier to cut ties.